Good evening and welcome to your Saturday, June 29, 2024 edition of the Evening News. I am Jarrell O'Brien. Let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Police investigating death of 3-month-old at KANEVILLE Daycare. Nigel Hughes is new AFC leader, Patterson is chairman. Norton admits need for PNC to build credibility, electability. Works progressing on water treatment plan to serve ESSEQUIBO coast. And LINDENER wins Guyana's Independence Snap and Share photography competition. Now for the news in detail. Police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a 3-month-old baby boy whilst at a daycare facility located in KANEVILLE, East Bank, Demerara. In our lead story tonight, Loana McAllister spoke with the baby's mother, who is calling on authorities to ensure justice is delivered.
3-month-old Kyrie Anthony Nelson of Lot 753 KANEVILLE East, Bank Demerara, died on Friday afternoon under currently unknown circumstances whilst at a daycare center located in the same community. On Saturday, the Evening News spoke with the baby's mother, 23-year-old Rebecca Anthony, a single parent of 2. The young woman related that she left her son at the daycare at about 8 hours and then proceeded to her job. The daycare, which is owned by a 56-year-old female who is presently on vacation in the United States of America, is staffed by 2 persons. Anthony said a few hours after she dropped off her son, she received a frantic call from one of the employees informing her that the child was unresponsive.
Come home around 2 o'clock, was preparing for work and noticed that the pants that I buy couldn't fit me. So what I tell my cousin are going down at the seamstress and she cut the side and see if she could put in an extra piece so that the pants could fit me by the waist side. While I was going there, I noticed a strange number calling me. So I answered it and it was the girl from the daycare. She said to me, Rebecca, is Kyrie's teacher? So I was like, yes. She was like, can you please come to the daycare now? And when you come in, please come with an ambulance. So I said, what happened? She said that we feed Kyrie, put him down to sleep, and just now when we go and check on him, we notice blood coming out of his nose and he's not responding.
The teacher reported to police that she received the infant alive from his mother and fed him porridge at around 9 hours. She then placed him in a cradle at about 11 hours and went to care for another child. At approximately 12 hours, while preparing all the children to leave, she found the 3-month-old face down on his pillow in the cradle. An alarm was raised, and when the staff checked the baby, what appeared to be blood was oozing from his nostril.
My nephew come and he was like, what happened? He said, Joshua, right now and go to the daycare. It's Kyrie, the teacher, just call me and tell me he ain't responding. When my nephew go to the daycare, he right back fast and he was like, just imagine these people get Kyrie inside of them hand. Till now, before they jump in the car and carry Kyrie to the hospital, I had to haul upon them and tell them go and carry my cousin to the hospital. By the time me and my other big sister meet around there, one of the daycare teacher she jumped. Then days when she gonna jump in the car and carry my son to the hospital. By the time they took my son to the hospital, my son was already blue. When I meet at the hospital, I run in to the emergency section where my son was, and I see about 15 doctors around my baby.
The grieving mother told this newscast that she suspects that her baby might have hit his head, leading to his untimely death. The woman is demanding justice for her son. A post-mortem examination is scheduled for Wednesday to determine the exact cause of death of the child. Meanwhile, it is unclear at this moment if the daycare in question is certified. Loana McAllister for the Evening News.
The People's National Congress Reform, PNCR, is rolling out its campaign for the 2025 general and regional elections with its incumbent leader, Aubrey Norton, recognizing the need for the main opposition party to build its credibility. Find out more in this Vanumanichan report.
Aubrey Norton, who is seeking a re-election as PNCR leader, made these remarks on Friday during the opening ceremony of the party's 22nd Biennial Delegates Congress, which is being held under the theme Forming the Next Government, Building a Just, Inclusive and Prosperous Society for All. According to Norton, this theme mobilizes the party on a clear, urgent, and comprehensive mission to transform Guyana into a nation where its people can enjoy one of the highest living standards and quality of life. He told party members that the PNCR was well suited for this mission.
To become the next government, we will work tirelessly to obtain the support of the people of Guyana. Our party must increase its readiness, appeal, credibility, capability, and electability. This Congress, therefore, will be used to re-energize, regroup, and refocus our party and its members to urgently achieve these goals.
Norton's bid to retain the PNCR's leadership during the three-day Congress is unopposed after his contenders Roysdale Ford and Amanza Walton Desir pulled out of the race just one day before Congress, citing serious concerns and irregularities with the holding of the Congress. Meanwhile, there is also a motion that will be presented for Norton's selection as the party's presidential candidate at the 2025 polls. The PNCR is the largest party in the main parliamentary opposition, the Partnership for National Unity. But even as he seeks to lead the opposition into next year's elections, Norton was recently booted as chairman of ACNU earlier this month when the various parties that make up the coalition replaced him with Vincent Henry, a move which the PNC called null and void since they were not aware of the elections held. Moreover, under Norton's leadership, the PNCR has been imploding from within, with several senior and long-standing party stalwarts leaving, a situation that has been playing out in the public domain, with several persons citing financial impropriety among the host of issues. As a result, the incumbent leader underscored the need for the PNCR to show a united front.
Let this Congress galvanize us on a collective mission. Elections are won in the main, on the ground. But to do this, we have to be a disciplined party, in which we stay on message and keep the party business inside the party. We must recognize that every time we put our business out there, we are strengthening our opponents at the expense of victory in the next general elections. Our task at this stage is to be organized and active in every community. We must be guided by the party's policies so that we can be a unified force working to return good governance to Guyana. I have no doubt that as a party, we are up to the challenge.
Reporting for the Evening News, Vanumanichan.
Attorney at Law Nigel Hughes has been elected as the new leader of the Alliance for Change, defeating Sherrod Duncan for the post. Meanwhile, David Patterson, who had declined the nomination for leader, has been elected chairman. Here is Vanumanichan again with the details.
Nigel Hughes has defeated fellow party member Sherrod Duncan to emerge as the new leader of the Alliance for Change on Saturday during the party's 8th National Congress. In a social media post immediately after the results were announced, Hughes said, quote, "To the ancestors, sisters, brothers, friends, fellow citizens, and even frenemies, I am truly humbled by the tremendous support and awesome responsibility you have placed on my shoulders," end quote. According to Hughes, who has been campaigning with the slogan "Better Must Come," the party has one agenda now, and that is Guyana. Initially, Hughes, along with Duncan and David Patterson, were all nominated for the AFC leadership post, but an agreement saw Patterson renouncing his nomination to Hughes while he ran for chairmanship of the AFC. Patterson has since been elected as chairman. Prior to the elections, however, during the opening ceremony of the party's Congress, outgoing leader and co-founder of the AFC, Kemraj Ramjatan, defended the relevance of the party.
Our relevance remains, unlike what some is saying about us, and a couple of our insiders too, saying that we are a party that is dead. We are alive, kicking, and very deadly. We ain't dead, we deadly.
Ramjatan, who had not been nominated for any positions, went on to underscore the importance of the AFC as a political third force in Guyana's multi-ethnic society.
The Alliance for Change is relevant as ever and as a party in an ethnic-based society. The Alliance for Change, as the third strongest political force in Guyana, we therefore need this third party today more than ever if we are to bridge the divide in the hope of changing the political system in our ethnic polarized society. I want to emphasize that to this end, a third party like ours must seek to win the support of the independent citizens of the various ethnicities and of the persons of mixed ancestry.
The AFC had separated from its coalition partner, the PNC led a Partnership for National Unity. The two parties are yet to decide if they will be contesting together again for next year's polls. Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manak-Chand.
Works on the Onderneming water treatment plant in Region 2 are advancing steadily, marking a significant step towards improving water accessibility and quality for residents along the ESSEQUIBO coast. Once completed, the treatment plant is expected to benefit over 4,000 households, serving approximately 20,000 individuals from Taymouth Manor to Supernam. On Friday afternoon, Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell, accompanied by Regional Chairperson Ms. Vilma De Silva and the Regional Manager of the Guyana Water Incorporated, GWI, visited the site to inspect the progress firsthand. Minister Crowell highlighted the critical nature of the project, noting the ESSEQUIBO coast currently lacks access to treated water. He emphasized that the Onderneming treatment plant is the first of two major investments planned to enhance water infrastructure in the region. The treatment plant will focus on removing iron content from the water, ensuring cleaner and safer drinking water for residents. Additionally, 2 new wells are being drilled to bolster the region's water supply. The total investment at Onderneming amounts to just under $2 billion, underscoring the government's commitment to enhancing quality of life through strategic resource management. The Onderneming treatment plant is one of 7 for which contracts were signed in 2022. The contracts, totaling $8.5 billion, were signed under GWI's Coastal Water Treatment Infrastructure Program to provide 90% treated water access to the coast by 2025. Coming up, illegal activities connected to gold smuggling must frontally be addressed, GGDMA, and Guyana to participate with international airports, supermarkets to sell local products.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. A 43-year-old businessman died last evening in a car crash along the Enmore Railway Embankment Road, East Coast Demerara. Dead is Inderpaul Pramnot, called Babe of Nonpareil, also on the east coast of Demerara. Pramnot was driving motor car PKK 2473 at the time of the accident at around 21:45 hours, which involved another vehicle, PAC 5742, which was being driven by a 31-year-old woman. The woman told investigators that she was proceeding east along the northern side of the Enmore Railway Embankment Road when she observed the other motor car proceeding south at a fast rate. She alleged that the vehicle suddenly made a right turn to proceed west onto the Railway Embankment Road when it collided with her car. The vehicle then collided with a utility pole on the northern parapet and then into a trench on the northern side of the road where the vehicle came to a stop. The driver was taken out of his vehicle in an unconscious condition by police ranks who were on patrol duty, placed into a police vehicle and escorted to the Georgetown Public Hospital's Accident and Emergency Unit, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Competing against scores of skilled Guyanese photographers, Kevin Lorimer has secured the first place prize of Guyana's 58th Independence Snap and Share Photography Competition. Michael Henry has this story.
Kevin Lorimer of Linden has copped the first prize in Guyana's 58th Independence Snap and Share Photography Competition hosted by the Tourism, Industry and Commerce Ministry. Lorimer won himself a professional DSLR camera valued at $400,000, $200,000 in cash, and a weekend trip for two at Caranambo. During the awards ceremony at the Arthur Chung Conference Center, Lorimer expressed that amidst the challenges that he faced throughout the event, winning was a dream come true for him and his family.
So it was a little challenge, but behind the story is that you never give up as well. Last year we didn't have a space, but this year when we were in the top 58 and then we were contacted that we were in the top 20, so we're happy about that.
Tourism Minister Onij Walron highlighted that the competition had a reach of over 2.5 million persons. Scores of persons had participated in the competition, displaying unique and breathtaking photos highlighting various aspects of the country's tourism. The evening news got an opportunity to speak with one of those competitors, Amanda Daniels.
Actually, I took out this picture on my way home. It was just like a scenic beauty. At first I didn't even realize, I wasn't paying attention to the scene behind me until my brother brought it to my attention, and then I decided to take out my phone and snap some pictures. And it gave me this encouragement and motivation to continue taking out pictures. Personally, I like taking pictures of sunset, of any scenic views. So I think I'm going to go for the competition again next year.
The competition was aimed at showcasing the photography skills of local travelers as they explored the diverse cultural experiences that Guyana has to offer. The images were submitted to the ministry and then posted online for the populace to vote for their favorites. Michael Henry, The Evening News.
In order to truly and successfully address the scourge of gold smuggling, the Guyana Gold and Diamond Miners Association, GGDMA, is calling on the government to also move to eliminate illicit activities that precede the act of smuggling. Trishelle Sobers reports that these include illegal mining and the unregulated trade of gold within the interior, among other activities.
In a statement on Saturday, the Guyana Gold and Diamond Miners Association GGDMA expressed that decisive action by the government of Guyana aimed at stamping out gold smuggling must start with the curbing of illegal activities that precede smuggling. It said illegal mining, illegal shops, and the unregulated trading of gold within the interior are the pillars upon which the illicit drug smuggling entities survive. The association contended that the government's regulatory agency, the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission, GGMC, and its lack enforcement in the sector has allowed illegalities to flourish. The GGDMA explained that in the past there were a number of gazetted areas in the interior where trade could take place, but now it is common practice for persons to set up itinerant trading posts, also known as landings. According to the GGDMA, this has resulted in a multitude of landings throughout the interior, too numerous to be properly regulated, where illegal gold from unethical miners who are willing to sell their production for higher prices, free of any paper trail, without paying any royalties or taxes. The GGDMA reminded that, quote, "We have repeatedly called for the reduction of the vast number of these hubs and for the ones that remain to be properly regularized. To date, no meaningful action has been taken. If the avenues through which illegal miners and illegal buyers are connecting is significantly reduced, then there would be undoubtedly an increase in gold declarations," end quote. Meanwhile, the GGDMA also called for a more serious approach to tackle illegal mining, arguing that there is illegal mining taking place in closed area lands in the mining districts 3, 4, and 5. The association said many miners have made repeated appeals to the GGMC about illegal activities, but very little gets done. In this regard, the GGDMA has called on the government to demonstrate that it is serious about finally addressing the precursors to smuggling and other activities that currently taint Guyana's gold and will make it undesirable internationally. In its statement, the GGDMA said, quote, "For the future survival of the mining industry, the GGDMA continues to stand with the government of Guyana to tackle these problems. This is not the first time the GGDMA has made this appeal. We remain ready to support the practical solutions to this rising threat," end quote. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
As the Guyana government forges ahead with plans to expand food production and agro-processing, President Dr. Irfan Ali has disclosed that a number of Guyanese products will soon be available in international airports and supermarkets. According to the head of state, this initiative is actively being pursued with support from various government entities, including the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce. Here is Trishelle Sobers again with this story.
We want to see a Guyana shop in the busiest airports across the world. I've already asked the Minister of Tourism to examine the possibility of us having, I asked Mr. Latitude, having a Guyana shop at JFK, a Guyana shop in Toronto, in Miami, where you can pass through and pick up products of Guyana, whether it's agro-processed product, whether it's hammocks, because every product must carry a story. It's a story that attracts persons to products. We are doing a very poor job at telling the story of our products.
President Ali made this announcement during a recent event held by the Guyana Marketing Corporation, GMC. He told the gathering that government is ready to invest in the initiative, noting that the project's primary goal is to make local products more accessible and visible to investors within the regional and international markets. On this point, the head of state explained that work is ongoing to do the same in local supermarkets.
We have to find a way in which local supermarkets must, not in the back shelf, must in the most prominent shelves, carry our local food. We have to incentivize it. But we also, as a government, we have to embark on buying shelf space and branding space on the international shelf and regional shelf to take our products.
Since 2020, the number of agro-processors have increased drastically from 116 to 283, and due to the construction of some 13 agro-processing facilities, 90 Guyana shop corners were created. Further, in the last 4 years, the Guyana Marketing Corporation invested over $468 million in agro-processing facilities, solar drainers, and other equipment to further boost the industry. Currently, GMC houses 3,599 products of varying sizes and brands, such as sauces, jams and spices, among other items. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge report.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, June 30, 2024 at 12 hours for a period of 1 hour. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, June 30, 2024 at 11 hours 30 for a period of 1.5 hours.
India lifts World Cup trophy after nail-biter, and Windies women seal 2020 series win against Sri Lanka. Details of these stories and more coming up in the Sportscast, sponsored by McCorp.
Guys, I think I'm in love! Wow!
Yeah, I was looking at you too.
What? What are you talking about? I'm in the tiles. Where did you get them?
Oh, me, my DAYCARE. Obviously the best tile store in Guyana. Come, let me take you there.
My kitchen, my bathroom, my floors. Mima Decor has everything. And the prices are great too.
So, yeah, I want to have a date now.
We can build on that.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial cow's milk does not contain DHA but contains calcium and other nutrients.
Complete control of power is in your hands with the ultimate U.S. brand Generac generators from Sylvie's Variety Store. Get the supply and reliability you need every time. From 1,800 to 8,000 watts of power for residential and commercial use. Recoil and electric start with gasoline engines. Generac generators from the authorized dealers Sylvie's Variety Store.
Your child needs nutrients every day. Enfagrow has DHA and iron, which supports your child's mental development. Enfagrow has components which cow's milk does not contain. Support your toddler's growth and complement their diet with Enfagrow. Let's fuel the wonder.
This product is not intended to be a substitute for breast milk. Mental development depends on various factors such as stimulation and adequate nutrition. Commercial